Minecraft Live is over a week old, and now it's time to go over everything we know about the next big major update, aka 1.19, the Wild update. I'll be going over all the mobs, new trees, biomes, etc. With that out of the way, let's get into the video. The Wild update, as you may know, is 1.19, coming right after the planned release date for 1.18 in about 1 or 2 months from now. Like I said, the Wild update doesn't just mean the beautiful nature, it also means the deep dark with the scary stuff. In 1.19, we're getting the Warden and the Deep Dark. So technically speaking, now it's Caves and Cliffs update part 3. Oh god. Due to the delay, this allows Mojang and Microsoft to work even harder on the Deep Dark, as we already seen, for example, the Deep Dark's ancient cities. Now, there's a lot of lore to go into, and I'm pretty sure Game Theory has you covered, so if you're curious on what this city means, Game Theory is probably going to tell you so. The first block shown is the Skulk Catalyst, which was also showcased in Minecraft Live 2020, but we didn't even know what it did yet. According to KingBDogs, the Skulk Catalyst allows Skulk blocks to spread. Let's say if you kill a mob, like we see in the trailer reveal, KingBDog is killing a zombie. When it dies, the Skulk spreads. We have the generation of the ground blocks as well as a little bit of the Skulk sensors. The Deep Dark was very much overgrown according to Agnes. So if you try breaking any of these blocks, you will get experience points. Since the experience that whatever mod died from, that's how much experience you get. Experience is now on the ground when you mine it. A more haunting addition to this, and yes, when I say haunting, I actually kind of lost my mind when I saw this, is the Skulk Streaker. This block is activated by Skulk sensors, which sends a signal to the Skulk. When the Skulk sensor is activated, the Skulk sensor sends a signal to the Skulk Streaker, which then activates and then potentially could summon in the Warden. Guys, I don't know what's more scarier, the design, the noise it makes, or the fact that it summons in the Warden. Oh, and it gives the darkness effect. Can't forget about that. Now, if the Skulk Streaker is activated too many times, the Warden will come out of the freaking ground! Quite alarming. Now, in the showcase, after KingBDogs summons the Warden, we can see that he goes into his inventory, and we can see the effect called Darkness. This effect appears to be similar to the Blindness effect, but the only difference is Darkness happens all around, and Blindness, well, you can't see what's in front of you. Darkness just makes everything dark, while Blindness you just can't see. As KingBDogs stated on Twitter, the loot we see in the showcase isn't finalized. However, he still wants to keep in the noisy blocks like the snowball for players to use resourcefully. According to KingBDogs, and just like we've also heard, the Warden can now sniff. Since the Warden is blind, it uses other senses such as touch, smell, and I hope not taste, but yeah. So sneaking past the Warden is so much harder than it was already. If you guys are curious of how much health and how strong the Warden is, check that video out in the top right corner of the screen where I go over how strong the Warden really is. For the Wild update stuff, which is the more beautiful and calming side, the Birch is getting an update. Looking at this concept art, I can just sit down here and relax, looking at how beautiful this is. Gives this feel of serene, peaceful. Other than the Birch Forest, we're also getting an update to the Swamp, which includes every single thing from 2019's biome vote. So let's start with the frogs. The frogs seem to be able to jump and have different color variants depending on what location they're in. There are now baby frogs that aren't just baby frogs but are actually tadpoles. So it's kind of natural and a little bit more realistic. The frogs use the exact same animation program that being Blockbench to animate itself. The movements and even the tongue, which can eat fireflies, which is another mob. Fireflies will spawn in mangrove forests and the swamp and illuminate some very nice serene atmospheres. Fortunately for these guys, they get eaten easily by frogs. Let's take out their tongue. A new biome variant of the swamp is the mangrove swamps, which look very, very cool, or mangrove grove, whatever. It has a new kind of tree variant as well as roots coming out. A very, I don't know how to really explain this, very peaceful vibe. That's what I'm getting. You can place the sapling underwater to get a mangrove tree. Also, finally, we're getting votes. I said votes because I voted last year for, not last year, 2019 for the swamp, I believe. And I wanted the boat so bad, and we finally got the boat, so let's go. And there's mud, which I kind of theorized last year. So check that video out right there. It's for a video, but you know, click a few there. So you can make mud using a water bottle. And you can drain it using, of course, the dripstone. You can use it to drain out all of the, I don't know how to say this, water out of the dirt, and you can get clay, which now we have essentially infinite clay, which clay was hard to come by and found in the bottom. And once you run out of it, well, you don't have any more. But now it's essentially infinite as long as you have dirt and find mud, I guess. Mud can be turned into mud bricks to make some very interesting houses. Anyways, that's all we know about all features and mobs coming. But as a planned release date, it's coming in summer of 2022, which isn't that long. It's about 8 months roughly. But anyway, that's going to be it for this video. Thanks for watching. Trying to get more videos out, trying to push them. I've just been a drag trying to get everything out. So be sure to hit the subscribe button. Also, go into the description, pin comment, and top right corner of the screen, and the end screen. Yes, I linked it everywhere. And check out the Mob Debate channel, which is now kind of just a general place where we do skits. Planning on doing more skits in the future with them. I am voicing some of the characters. So check that out if you want to. See you guys in the next video. Farewell.